Hello, 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 everyone. We're on for the Martine show, getting ready to have Miss Shanail, Monick, who's going to be with us tonight. Hey, Miss Shanail is already here. All right, let me have her come on. So those of you who don't know, we're here. Tonight is the Martine Show, Tuesday, 8 p.m. EST. We're having our guest, Miss Shanail Monick, who's going to be with us speaking about her story, her life, her journey, which is really exciting. I can't wait to invite her in. And the Martine Show is about self-love, self-awareness, and everything social. It's all about self-development. And we're here to basically celebrate people. This is the edition for Women's Month, where we're celebrating women on every show coming to share their story. So now we're going to connect Miss Shanail.
Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm tired.
Awesome. You look lovely as usual.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You as well.
Thank you. So happy to have you on. Thank you so much for accepting. This is very exciting to have you on the show, especially during this time with Women's Month. I was just so happy you said yes.
I'm gonna say yes, sis. I love everything that you do. I am so proud of you. I am your number one fan. You know that.
For sure, for sure. So I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself, let everybody know who you are, and then we could just take it from there.
All right. Well, my name is Shanail Monick, ShanailMonick.com. I always say it like that. I am a entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur. I am a lupus survivor. I am a author this year, and
Yeah.
yes, I'm super excited about that. And also, I have an organization called Fight for Lupus, where we connect donors to organ donors for to save them with the kidney or liver. I am a mother of a 22-year-old, and
Hi, we here. Nice.
also just the top thing. Also, I don't know what else to say. I have so many things that I do my own hairline, and which is formed because when I was diagnosed with lupus, I started losing my hair, and so most women are insecure about their hair. If you
Mhm.
know. We love our hair, but if a woman has her hair, she's confident, and it makes her feel better. And so I started our own hairline when I started losing my hair to lupus, being diagnosed with lupus. And so and what else? I don't know what else. Look.
It's okay, no problem. So I want to touch base on your lupus journey because I see you post about it all the time, and I even watch you at times when it gets really low, and you have to go to the hospital, and you always keep us posted. And I enjoy your vulnerability, because you're such an encouraging example for people who are going through stuff. And it doesn't even matter if it's just lupus, it could be anything. Like, you always showing up no matter what. And I admire that about you. It's also a tough journey because when you show up during those times, you're not at the best state within yourself, but
Yeah.
you make it your business to do so. So I want you to speak about your lupus journey. Let us know exactly how has it been.
Woo. Yeah, listen, I wouldn't wish lupus on my worst enemy. Lupus has been one of the hardest battles in my life. And I'm gonna tell you, I was a mother at 16, so that was a battle. I mean, I was grew up in a, poverty and the projects. That was a battle. But I'm gonna tell you, just being diagnosed with lupus at in 2011 changed my entire life, because I thought, as most of us, we have our life already planned. We want to do so many things, and it's put a stop. A red light stop to everything that I wanted to accomplish in my life. And I went into a deep depression when I got diagnosed. And most people, go through a depression when they're diagnosed with a terminal illness or a chronic illness. And most people don't understand. You can look good, you can dress it up, but in the inside, you're crying and wondering why me, why this happened to me, where was I chose to, because I didn't ask for this. It was generically, it's nothing you could catch. It's something that generically runs in your family. And so it ran in my family until it ran into me. It stops with me. And so being diagnosed now, it's about to be 10 years to this April. I thank the Lord. Look at God. God is so good. When I first got diagnosed, they didn't know what lupus was. They didn't have really a lot of medications. They didn't even really acknowledge lupus. And really, they don't now. But
Wow.
yeah, they don't even take
Yeah.
lupus as a serious disease, but 1 out of 5 people have it. It's an African American, and Hispanics are most affected by lupus. Even, majority of Caucasians are too as well. But, majority of us is 1 out of 5 people, and that's more than MS, is more than, most cancers and things like that. Not, talking down on any cancers and MS or anything. They are serious as well. But lupus is an autoimmune, so it has its own mind. It
Mm-hmm.
flares up whenever it wants to. It's no way to control it. Even if I exercise, people say you got to eat right. Even if I eat right or exercise, my body fights against itself all the time, every day, every hour. It's fighting against itself. So it's like my own body's attacking itself right now, and it's rejecting, one of my organs, or rejecting it's fighting my immune system and making my immune system work 100% harder at keeping my body healthy. And so when I got diagnosed, it was like, stop. You got to figure out how to live with this thing, because they say it's no common cure for it, but I trust that I'm already healed. In Jesus' stripes, I am healed. And so I just confess that all the time, because walking with this thing is like, I can be up one day and the next day I can be in the hospital fighting for my life. I
Wow.
can be, and it's most people don't understand that, it takes strength, it takes courage, it takes everything in you to get up and keep going with this. And so I was so young, I was at my peak. I was 28 years old when I found out I had lupus, and it stopped a lot of things.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely put a damper in me being a mother as well, because majority of my time was spent sick in the hospital, in and out the hospital. And so I never
Wow.
got to do the things that I wanted to do with my daughter, because I'm in the hospital fighting for my life. I don't know. They don't
Mm-hmm.
know. They're giving me 3 50-50 chances of living. They telling me that I need a kidney. I have breast cancer cells. I need to have a biopsy. I have to have a bone marrow to see if this is any kind of other lymphoma cancer. It was just so much. I had flares in my
Wow.
knees, fluids in my knees, and it's just been one thing after another. This year I had to have a biopsy on my breast because they found 2 masses in my breast, but thank God it wasn't cancerous. It is still, I have to keep a watch
It's
on it.
benign. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
benign, but it is a because of the density in it, I have to keep a watch on it because it could form. That's what the doctors say, but I already know that, listen, if I didn't survive all of this, ain't nothing that can take me out. I hate
I love it.
this.
Yes.
Listen,
Yes.
and so that's why I try to get up and live life to the fullest. That's why I try to bounce back so fast. Like, you will see me in the hospital the next day, you will see me out skating, or you will see me out at a party, because the next day is not promised. I may not,
Hmm.
and people don't understand. They talk about you need to rest, but let me explain something. When I was in that hospital bed, I was resting.
Hmm.
Trust me, I was resting. I was getting everything that I needed to come back. And that's what you have to do. You have to bounce back. You can't let it
Hmm.
take you out. You can't let it control your life. You can't let it dictate what you do in your life.
Hmm.
Because if not, it'll put you down. It'll put you
Yes.
down.
Wow. So talking about roller skating, I did see you today roller skating. That was really nice. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm like, wow, she's really good. You've been roller skating for a while, is that right?
Yes, since I was a child, and that's my thing.
Okay.
I had a great childhood. I did, like, now they don't have those type of things because of this
Yeah, I
pandemic.
know. They don't
And
really know those things.
yeah,
I
they
was
don't
always
know.
scared of roller skates.
You are.
I was always scared of roller skates. Yeah, because I'm like, I'm gonna fall. Oh my God. Like I feel like it's gonna roll me without me actually rolling myself. Like it's just I couldn't take it. So I remember the first time I got on roller skates and then I was just like, oh no, that's not for me. I gotta get off. So when I
That
saw you do it, I was like, oh, look at her.
Yeah,
That's
that's one of
nice.
my hobbies that I wanted to share with my daughter. Like I said, I didn't get the chance to share those things with her growing up because 10 years of my life I've been battling this thing, and
Yeah.
she was 12 when it happened, and so now she's 22.
Hmm.
I'm not making up for the years, but what I'm enjoying the rest of the years. I'm enjoying it.
Absolutely. Now, when you talk about the lupus, you said it's autoimmune disease, basically, right? It's a disease, not only just a condition. Is that correct?
Well, it's an
Okay.
autoimmune, yeah, disease that it affects your immune system, where your
Hmm.
body is fighting against itself. And
Okay.
majority of the time, your immune system is trying to fight off whatever is like organ, or it's whatever it's fighting against.
Mm.
And that's why sometimes the organs shut down. Your organs shut down. You hear people kidneys and livers and brain, having uh brain surgeries and things like that, or having different kind of fluid in their brain, or fluid, I mean, in their lungs, and because of infection, and fluid is infection, and so it
Okay.
yeah, and so that's what it does. It takes over your body, and your body
Wow.
can't control it.
Right. And basically, have you ever like did they ever like find out to see what may trigger the inflammations or the attacks to the
Well,
system?
anything can trigger it. That's the thing. It could be
Oh,
medical. Some can be medical induced, like you can take medications, so many medications that it induces it. Or you can have where colds, flus, any kind of bacteria. So say if
oh,
something
okay.
like now, I have to quarantine to the fullest. And so even though I'm out like a little bit, but I'm not around people that are like not in my household. Like
Okay.
I cannot be around in just anybody. I have to really, really, be careful when it comes to this pandemic and this COVID thing. So
Hmm.
I was living like COVID before COVID. I was
Yes.
this is my normal life, so
Hmm.
it wasn't a
I
big
understand.
change with me, but it's just that any kind of bacteria, cold, flu, or any kind of just anything could trigger it. Stress can trigger it, and most people don't understand stress can trigger it, and having stress with your family, having stress in your life, you have to cut all of that out. Like, I'm very big on my peace. That's one thing I'll do. I'll shut down Facebook. And I know a lot of people, you know, depend on me to inspire and uplift and motivate, but I have to shut down sometimes and take my mind off of that and focus on, okay, you have to rest, really rest, and not think about posting, or not think about going to an event, not thinking about doing an interview. Not, you need to take time for you. And so I'm very big on self-care, because this disease will take you out in an instant. It's like you can't, you one day you'll just be in a hospital, and then they'll say, listen, they done told me before it was nothing else they can do for me. And I said, huh? It's nothing else you can do for me? I said, I don't believe that. So
I
you
know
see,
you.
yeah, you see me, I'll be like,
Yeah, like, what you talking about?
Yeah, and so I'll be like, whatever, I'm getting out of here tomorrow. I don't even care. And I take my health in my own. I'm my own advocate. I'm my own advisor, because I know my body. I know what I need to do. And I just listen to my own voice, my inner voice. Okay, Shanail, you need to stop eating this type of food, or you need to drink more water. You need to work out. You need to do a little bit more of, self-love, self-care. It's so many things that we just don't listen to ourselves, and we avoid it and end up putting us down or putting us in a bind.
Absolutely. And I feel you on the self-love, self-care. I mean, I'm all about that. I went through similar things of, 21 years basically of my whole fibroid journey. The same thing that you're talking about, in and out of the hospital, constantly in the emergency room, going to the doctors. Finally, I was just like, listen, let me just like focus on me. Let me see exactly what I need to eat, what not to eat, what is triggering, because I had inflammations too, in my legs, my arms, and all this stuff. And then finally, I had a doctor who decided that, okay, we're going to remove the fibroids for you to help you move forward, which was the best thing that ever happened. But right after that, it was like a test for me, because I had to continue to allow my body not only to heal, but to stay put so that I can move forward. So I definitely had to change my lifestyle.
Yes.
A lot of things I couldn't continue eating anymore. I could not continue drinking, certain things the same way anymore. So it's an adjustment. So I feel you on that. But I want to congratulate you for actually having things under control and not allowing this to take your mindset and everything, because it's a tough journey.
It is. And then that's the number one thing about fighting chronic illness or a terminal illness is your mindset. My mindset
Yes.
my mindset is I already defeated this. I've already won. And when something comes at me, like I'm in the hospital a month ago, I'm like, this is simple. I'm gonna be out of here. He did it before. He'll do it again. I'm not worried about this. I don't let it bring me down. Now, do I have, times where I'm a little weary? Yeah, because when the doctors tell me something, I do respect their opinion, and I take their opinion into account. But I also know who I serve, and I know what I serve. I know what I need to do for myself, and I just my faith is unshakable right now, because if he brought me this far right now, why would he want to take me out? Why would he want to do anything to harm me? He already told me what he has to plan for me. He has nothing but good success, good health, to prosper me and to give me good health. And so why would he want to do that right now? He would have been done it if he already wanted it to. I'm just saying.
I hear
And
you.
so I keep that mindset. Like, if he did it before, he'll do it again. It's just all about me and my thinking. It's all about me and my faith. Am I going to believe it, or if I'm going to let the enemy take over my mind and say, you know what, you are sick, you are dying, you're not going to make it, and then I'm going to be defeated. That's going to I'm going to be depressed. My body's going to get sicker, and it's going to take over. So, and I'm going to be weak. And so that's what happens when you get to that mindset. Your mindset get defeated, your immune system get weaker, and then that's what happens. It's over.
Yes. I want to take the time to acknowledge everybody who's in the room. Thank you all who have stopped by. Thank you for being an assistance and supporting the queen, Shanail Monick, right here, because she is definitely doing it big time. I mean, those of you who are here, please follow her on Instagram and please follow her. Look for her on Facebook. She talked about social media, like being off social media. I wonder when she's off of social media, because just me, I don't know, because her posting be popping every day, and when it posts every day, it's not just one post, it's continuously every day. So she's always out there inspiring and motivating people. I mean, she will have posts that will touch a sensitive part of you based on what you're going through without even her even communicating with you, like, and a lot of times it's just like, yes, like, she connected with me somehow, and I'll just be like, okay, let me just write amen, let me write yes, let me give her a check, this, that. I mean, it's amazing, and it's continuous. Same thing with your group, with the elite business women.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just be like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I started that in 2017, like, and I started it. I met a girl off of Facebook, one of my friends off Facebook, and she flew me to in Florida. Flew me to speak at one of her events in Florida, and she has an upscale event planning company. And let me just tell you, I mean, upscale. When I tell you upscale, this is something immaculate. That every flower had to be arranged in the same direction. The food was like scrunches. I mean, it was just so amazing. And her name is Pam, and she in Jacksonville, Florida, and she didn't know me from Adam and Eve, and she didn't know that I was going through domestic violence relationship. And she flew me to Florida, and I spoke at her event, and ever since then, she told me what elite was. Elite was the spirit of excellence, just the
Yes.
spirit of excellence in everything that you do. And so since she taught me that, like, I mean, it was just, I feel like it was something I needed, because now that's why everything that I do, I have a spirit of excellence at it, because of that, just her impact that she made on my life. And then also it got me out of that domestic violence relationship. So I've been free from that for over 5 years this year, in Virginia. It started from nothing.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mm.
Yeah, it started for absolutely nothing, because I said, if I started from nothing here, if lupus didn't kill me, I'm not gonna let a person kill me. You know, that's not my thing.
Mm.
So
I love your mindset. I love your mindset, because
yeah,
you
so
always, and that's the way to think, and that's the way I think too. I mean, you always have to question yourself. And when you put it in that question format, the answer is always like, no, like, what you talking about? You know what I mean? What you thinking?
oh, and that's what you have to do. That's called growth. I'm consistently checking myself, because I don't have nobody to hold me accountable. Most people have people to hold them accountable, but I never had anybody to hold me accountable for my mess. And so,
Mhm.
and if we always got letting us go and do what we want to do, we're going to continue to be an error. And so what I try to do is if I see something wrong, or see my heart getting hardened, or see something, things that are affecting me, I check myself real quick, because that's not the spirit of excellence. That's not how you want to be. That's not how you're going to be pure and communicate, and you're going to impact people. Because if you want to impact people, that heart going to have to be pure, because they can feel it. Most people can feel the spirit when the spirit is wrong, or when the spirit is right.
Mhm.
And so
Absolutely.
that's how you get to impact people, and let people know that you care about them, let people know. And that helps me. That helps me with my illness, is knowing that I help someone else. By helping others, it helps me. And so when I'm
Mhm.
helping somebody else, that encourages me to keep pushing, because that's my assignment, is to help others. We was all put here to help
Mhm.
others. And so, and then it's a person out there that's going to help you and take you to the next level. But you have to do it. You have to be a servant first. You can't be a leader
Absolutely.
without being a servant. And so you serving others,
Absolutely.
you're ready to go to the top. You're ready to go to that next level that God has with you for you, because he can trust you with his people. And,
Hmm.
and some of his people ain't right. No, don't get me wrong. They ain't right. But you
Hmm.
gotta tell God,
Speak it, girl.
these,
Speak it.
look, I tell him, I say, God, these are your people. You come and get your people. But I'm gonna
Exactly.
love them. I be
I
like, I'm
feel you on
gonna
that.
love them. Because you
Yes,
told me, you holding me accountable. And so I need my blessings. I can't block my blessings. And then that's why I talk about blessings, because and prosperity, because when you're obedient and when you do what he asks you to do, the blessings follow. Matter of fact, they
absolutely.
chase you down. You ain't gotta run behind. You ain't gotta want. You ain't gotta hate. You ain't gotta be negative and look cross-eyed or side-eye somebody, because you are, what's assigned to you gonna come to you. But you got to be
Hmm.
able to open that door because of what you do and your line of thinking. If you think you're supposed to be blessed, you're supposed to be blessed. You're going to be blessed. If you think
That's
you're
it.
supposed to be healed, you're going to be healed. If you think you're going
Absolutely.
to succeed, you're going to succeed. It all starts with what you believe. And
Yep.
so
It starts with you. It starts
that's
with you all
it.
the time.
If you can look, if you can think it, oh, you can do a thing. Trust me, you can manifest it. Listen, I'm big on that. And so, and that's how I think. And people wonder why I think that way, because you got to understand, I've been through so many battles that I've seen God win for me, that he hasn't lost the battle for me. So what he can do for me is, and listen, he could do the impossible right now, because he has brought me through some impossible situations in my life. You know, 50-50 chances of living, blood clots in my lungs, and they telling me that, listen, you got so many blood clots, we don't see these, they're gonna, your lungs are full with blood clots, and it's traveling to your heart, and we don't think you're gonna make it another day, so call your family. Situations like that, and then the next day they come in and say, well, the heparin definitely, the medication, the Eliquis, and all the medications has helped, and so we see the blood clots dissolving the next day, just by the faith that
Wow.
I have, because I tell them, huh, I ain't gonna make it. What?
What
Who
you
you
talking
might,
about?
you're looking at the wrong chart. I said, you got the wrong person. That's not me. That can't
I
be me.
get it. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You're amazing. I love your spirit. I remember the first time I noticed you was when I went in 2019. That was, I went to the Archie Women's Award ceremony, and that's where I spotted you. And since then, I was like, I followed you, and I was just like, anything that she's doing, I just want to just see her. And you are such a model for me, for real.
Oh, and thank you. You are an inspiration to me as well. You don't know how much you inspire me just by your
Oh,
post and everything that you do. I mean, and that's what iron sharpens iron, sis. And that's what you
yes,
have to have. You have to have people in your circle. And I love, let me just tell you, I love the Archie Awards, the magazines, my sisters. I mean, when I tell you I'm with you, my sister, you my sister.
yes,
That's my sister for real. And I'm gonna clap for you. I'm gonna encourage. I'm gonna, anything you ask me, I in my will I can do. I'm gonna do it, because that's what sister's supposed to do. And most people don't know that
hmm,
relationship because of the things that they've had happen to them, with sisters. But you got to understand, you can't let that dictate your character, your attitude towards your sisters, because your next sister might be your next blessing. You never know
absolutely.
who that sister is connected to that might can bless you. And so I'm gonna just tell you that now. And so I just love everything you do. I'm honored to be on tonight. I'm actually excited. I'm pumped up still from skating. But me and my daughter, that's my road dog, and I try to teach her things that just to enjoy life, like skating. That's something simple, that you enjoy life. It's just getting out and doing something.
Yes,
Definitely.
talking about your relationship with your daughter, thank you so much for always sharing that. That's really beautiful. It actually reminds me of me and my mom when we were younger, because truthfully speaking, my mom and I were always been together, always doing stuff together, you know. And when I see you and your daughter like that, I was just like, wow, that's like another me and mom. You know, and it's beautiful to see how you guys are into so many things together, doing the same thing. And she's a great supporter of her mother, which I see very
Yes,
well, you know.
she
So
is.
that's
She in here
really nice.
now.
I
She
know she's
she
listening.
Yes, let me just tell you, like a mother and daughter relationship is the most important relationship that you can have is with your daughter. Most of the times they stereotype us and tell us that two women can't get along and things like that, or two women, you know, in the household, they can't set horses. And I want me and my daughter want to, you know, break that stereotype and show you, listen, we can get along. We gonna have our differences, but we gonna love each other in the end. We gonna come back together. We gonna get
Yeah,
over this thing.
indeed.
And when we together, we're powerful. You have to understand, a mother and daughter together on the same page is something powerful, because they don't want us to be together. They don't want us to teach our daughters what they need to do to be successful, or how to carry on a legacy, or how to carry themselves. They don't want us to do that right now. They want to keep our daughters stereotype and statistics, and keep them below, and not show them what it is that they can do, the power that they hold. But we're trying to change that for our generation, and for many people, mothers and daughters. We've helped heal so many mother and daughter relationships, my friends. It's just by me and her, you know, being their friend and talking to them, they became better relationships, because they want the same relationship with their mom.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom lost her mom almost 2.5 years. And so my mom was my mom's caregiver, and she did
Okay.
everything for my grandma. I mean, my grandma was legally blind, and my
Oh, my.
mom took complete, like, I mean, just immaculate care of my grandma. And that's where I get it from, because my
Mm-hmm.
mama showed me a perfect example of how you supposed to take care of your mom when she gets older, and she's unable to care for herself. And so I want my daughter to do the same for me. And I want her to see that, listen, this time with us is precious. You only get one mom. I'm gonna just tell you,
Mm-hmm.
you only get one mom. And I don't care what your mom has done. You never know the story behind the reason your mom made a decision. And it
Yes,
could
that's
have
something
been
I had to learn as well.
it
Mm-hmm.
could have been to benefit you in the
Mm.
end, but you
Yes.
didn't see it that way because you wasn't mature enough to understand her reasoning. And she
Yep.
didn't want to tell you because it wasn't your business at that time. But the fact of the matter that she did it, you came out better in the end. And so me and her have been going through that. Some of the decisions that I make in my life, but matter of fact, all of them, or for the better good of her. It's not to make me better. Like, I mean, it does make me better, but it's to for her to see, okay, you 10 steps ahead. I came from behind, but you gonna be 20 steps ahead from where I had to start from. And so that you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
get a head start. But I had to
Yes.
sacrifice these things, or do these, to make these decisions for you. And most kids don't
Mm-hmm.
understand that these days. They're mad at their parents for decisions or things that they did in their life, and they don't even know the reasoning behind it. Why your mom did that? Why she did
Yes.
that? Why she had to
Yes.
send me with my daddy? Why she had to send me away to go to school? Why she had to protect me and I couldn't go outside in the dark? Because it's villains out there. It's scary out there. Most people don't
For sure.
understand that. Why my mama want me to, yeah, why my mama want me to come in the house before the street lights come on? It's rapists out there. It's kidnappers out there. Children
Yeah,
get missing out there.
for
And
sure.
they don't
Yes.
understand that.
Yes.
So
I totally
we
get it.
just
And
trying to
you're right
change
about
that.
that.
Yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
just trying to change that that statistic, the stereotype of mother-daughter relationship. It's a work in progress, and we not giving up, because I don't give up on nothing. I'm gonna just say that now. Just I don't give up on nothing.
Oh, we can
So
tell. We can tell. Because you don't give up on you going to the hospital. You're like, look, I'm getting out of here. You tell us right on tape, I'm getting out of here. Okay, I'm just waiting for them to get me out of here. And I just be like, what?
Yeah. And that's the
You give me a
determination
gurney,
you
everything. I'm getting out of here.
but that's the determination you have to have in life, because I
Uh-huh.
was always told what I wouldn't be, or what I couldn't do, or who I could, what I couldn't have. And so now I make sure, if I listen, I don't want to hear that. That ain't an answer. Like, I don't accept it. I don't accept the bare minimum. What? And mediocre? No, I don't know what mediocre is. No, that ain't. I
Right.
wasn't born to be normal, mediocre. I no, that wasn't what. That's not. No, I don't. I don't want to accept that. And when you accept that, you settle. I'm not settling.
Yes. Yes, you do settle for less automatically.
Yeah.
And it's very manipulative the way that they actually present it to you. And if you're not keen up here to realize it, you don't set yourself up.
Yes. And that's why I don't settle for a diagnose. I don't settle for when someone tells me I can't have something. I go get it. I don't settle for if a person still
Hmm.
rejects me. If they reject me, I wasn't for them. That I can't do with them. They just won't
Hmm.
enjoy the glory, because I'm going from glory to glory, faith to faith,
Hmm.
glory to glory. And so therefore I'm gonna get it done regardless if they accept me or not. I don't look to be accepted by people or a man. I already know that I was anointed, I was appointed, and I already am accepted. And so, when you have who you are, and that, you don't let people, dictate your life. Their opinions dictate your life. You have to take your life
Hmm.
in your hands and be strong enough to say, listen, I ain't accepting that the diagnosis. I'm not accepting that relationship. I'm not accepting the bare minimum. I'm not accepting this 9 to 5 and continue to work this 9 to 5 and not pursue my dreams. And I'm not accepting that. I have more in me. Cause my
Yes.
talk, like, it keeps me up at night. Oh Jesus, it keeps me up.
Hmm.
Not saying I can't sleep. Now I can sleep. I can sleep in
Hmm.
peace. But
Hmm.
it wakes me up early in the morning at 4 and has me praying for people. It keeps me going, and being able to go through the day without getting weary or having to take a break, because with lupus you get fatigue, and so I continuously, I'm always going, because it drives me. And so you got to have something that drives you, that you're passionate about, so that you don't have to get in the dumps, get depressed, get anxiety, worry, stress, and all of that stuff
Hmm.
that can cause you to get sick, which is the number one killer, stress. So,
Hmm.
but
How do
that's
you manage your stress? How do you manage your stress, basically?
I I don't have I don't accept it.
Exactly. I wanted to hear you say it because I know that's what it was. I totally hear it. I totally
I
hear
don't
it.
listen.
Like
That's the person.
you're not coming over here. Like there's no space for you over here. That's not gonna happen.
Oh no. Oh no. As soon as I can, and that's being discerning. I have the
Hmm.
very, like, dealing with lupus. I have to discern when something is my battle or something isn't my battle, and most of the times it's not my battle if it causes me stress. If it causes
Okay.
me to have to, disturb my peace or unsettled, it's not.
Hmm.
It has to go. It has to go.
Okay.
It comes with people. It comes with things. It comes with anybody, family. And I have to, I'm in Virginia by myself and have been for 5 years, with living with a chronic illness, and still was able to maintain and take care of myself and do the things that I'm able to do. And then brought my daughter up here to help her as well. But it's just, I have to know when to cut things off. You have to, I it may hurt, but I have to know when to say enough is enough. I can't do
Yeah.
this. I can't, and
Yeah.
it's not immature. It's not toxic, because most people don't understand. I don't want to explain to you why I had to cut you off, because there's some of these things that should have been, they're common. Most people don't understand they bring too much drama in your life, And I can't do that. I can't. You
Right.
always got a problem and never looking for a solution, or never encouraging yourself, or speaking, positive. I can't have you around me. I'm just sorry. We can come
I
apart.
feel you, sis. I feel you. I feel you 100%.
And
And you know
most
what?
people
I
don't
have
understand.
exactly the same attitude. And once I actually stood by it like 100% and not bend for anybody or anything and just say like across the board, this is the way it is, life got so much lighter for me. It was so much better.
Oh
And
yes,
you know,
and it
everybody
does.
just fell into alignment. Either you fall into alignment or you're gonna fall off.
That's it. Deuces.
Okay?
I do, sis. I have to. I tell people that. I be like, I don't have time to explain, because it's like it's too much of a stress to explain to you why we can't continue this relationship. Now I can encourage you, I can pray for you, but as far as you being in my immediate, having access to me, I'm too valuable. I mean, and I'm too fragile. And so
Hmm.
anything, and most people don't understand, anything could trigger, yeah, a flare up, and could cause me to have, I'm down for a day or two or a week. And so
Hmm.
I have to be that strict with my life. And most people, they like, you don't have to be like that. You don't have to protect yourself. You don't have to be by yourself. You don't. I do.
You got to protect
It's,
your energy. You got to
it
protect
do.
your energy. That
Yes,
stuff is real.
it's life threatening. I
Yes.
do.
You know, and the
Serious.
thing about with energy, like people, they have like this whole misconception. Like I guess because they can't see what energy is, they just think that it's just something we talk about. It's not real. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
it is real. It could kill you. It's lethal.
It can. You get the wrong energy, the bad energy around you, it can mess up your day. Oh God, it could cause your day. Like, if first thing in the morning you talk to the wrong person, I'm gonna just give you a prime example. That what you talked about, and this person was complaining, or maybe having just a ranting and going on, or nothing positive to say. Your day is dictated by that conversation, and you
Yep.
don't know that. And because it's in your mental, it's in your mind, and then you're thinking about all of the things that, treating people, you're gonna treat people that way. It's gonna come out of you. And so
Hmm.
what goes into you comes out of you. And so I try to make sure that I keep always something positive in me, because what's in your heart will come out your mind. I mean, come out your mouth. It
Hmm.
will. so and
It
so
will.
that's why you consistently see me posting and encouraging myself, and I'm reading. I got so many books, and motivational books, and things like that, that I keep my mind filled with nothing but faith, positive, and uplifting things. If I have a person on Facebook that, I mean, just, I can understand we have off days, but I stay away from Facebook when I have my off days. You will
Yes, me
not,
too.
yeah,
Me
you
too.
will not
I'm very
catch
selective.
me. Yeah, you would. And some people don't understand that's a part of your brand. Your brand
Yes.
is most important, because if a person see you, you can be unstable, and we all are not perfect, but you don't show it. You don't go and show it to Facebook. You don't can be unstable to, you get yourself together, take a moment, and then you come back.
Yes.
I'll get myself together, and I come back. I will not get a ratchet moment and put it on Facebook. Now I do like little laughs and giggles and things like that with
Yeah.
posts. But far as a post downing somebody, or talking about somebody, or I'm always trying to uplift and
Right.
encourage and motivate.
We don't have time for
That's
that
it.
either.
Yeah.
We got
I
too
don't
much
have
going on. We
time.
don't have time for
I
that.
I got enough going on in my life that, listen, you probably want to talk about this.
Girl, I want to talk about your authorship. Congratulations on the
Thank
book.
you.
Okay.
Yes.
Very, very nice.
Yes, it's called Single Smile, Single Mothers, Inspiring, Lead, and Empowering. And I'm a co-author in this book. It's 12 stories of women just amazing stories. I thought I went through something, but the women in this book are, courageous. They are, inspiring. They are, listen, they show you a story from, just coming from out of the fire and not looking like what they've been through, and so I love other women's story because I feel like I'm not the only one, you're not the only
Yes.
one. And
Yes.
and so when I decided to work on this project, I met a young lady, amazing young lady named Jasmine. I was speaking at an event on
Mm-hmm.
Facebook. She was
Mm-hmm.
at the event. I befriended her. And I did not know that she was a author or she had a publishing company. I knew nothing about it. I want to be friends. I'm like,
Yeah.
I just love my sisters. And that's
Yes.
honestly my heart is I love my sisters. So I want to be connected to all of my sisters that are, doing great things out here and promote them and just be connected because I'm connected to a blessing. And so when she didn't make it to the event to speak, but I kept contact with her and I seen that she had a single mothers project coming out that she wanted to, she asked everybody, not knowing her from, Adam and Eve. And I didn't know that I didn't know if it was going to be real.
Mm-hmm.
It was a small investment and I stepped out on faith. I asked a couple of other women, I was like, do you want to, write in the book? And they were like, how you know it's real? They was questioning it. How you know she gonna
Mm-hmm.
publish a book? How you know
Mm-hmm.
this gonna happen for you? I said, I got faith. I don't think this
Mm-hmm.
woman, I don't think this young lady would be out here trying to take money from me. And she has a brand. She has a business. She has a company. I wouldn't think
Mm-hmm.
that she would take money from somebody and mess up her brand, mess up her
Mm-hmm.
company. And so I stepped down on faith and I wrote it. And then by December the 15th, and then the book came out on January the 1st. She had the book published within the 15 days.
Mm-hmm.
Within 15 days, that book was done all together. Amazing book, sturdy. She helped us. It was just, it was the easiest thing I ever did.
Yes, I went through the same process. That's the way I became an author. Actually, my journey started in 2015 in a women empowerment organization, just like you. I connected with a lady who was like, "Listen, we're doing something for women empowerment. Would you like to participate? I've heard your story before. You're pretty amazing, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll think about it." And then she came back to me. She's like, "What do you think?" And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna try it." In 2015, in an anthology just like that, started my authorship. And then I went from another until I created my own. And that was my fibroid story with a whole bunch of other ladies who share their journey with fibroids as well. So
See,
it
you're stepping out
works.
on faith. You're
Exactly.
stepping
It
out on faith.
works.
It worked. And most people
It
don't want it.
works.
They don't,
And that's why I tell people, like, it's very easy for you to become an author. It's not like some big astronomical type of title. No,
yeah,
like you could be an author, like from today, you could be an author tomorrow. Now,
yeah,
marketing and all that stuff is on you, but hey, you got your thing. You got your story out.
yeah. And
People are gonna look for you.
that's the most important thing that I started getting my story out. Now I'm thrilled to, do my next book.
Yes.
And so that's my own story, my own book, because I have this one and I had so much support. I didn't think I would have support. I wasn't in fear, but I was like, nobody gonna buy my story. They gonna buy my book, but I market it, like you said, to the fact of the matter. Look, this is my book. I'm excited about my book, and I got
Yes.
excited, and everybody else got excited around me. So
Yes,
You know, my excitement drew excitement. You know, excitement draws excitement. So if somebody
absolutely.
see you excited about it, they're like, okay, we got to get this. This is something good, you know?
It's the same concept when we're here watching a show and we're so excited about the show. We call our girlfriends, we call all our people. We're like, listen, this show is da 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 da. Oh my God, I love it. You can't miss it. You got to see it. It's gonna come on this day, that time, this channel. You got to see it. It's the same thing. You got to do with your book. That's
You got to
marketing.
do
You
it.
just marketed
That's,
somebody's stuff and you're not even getting paid for it.
yep.
Okay. So if you
And
can do that about a movie or a TV show, you can definitely
you
do
could
it for
do.
yourself.
And that's about it. That's basically what it is. You have to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Most of the times word of mouth, most of the times, you know, if somebody else sees somebody else got your book, they'll get it. And I had like an emailing list going out. I had so many things that I've just been, continuously marketed. I continuously market it every day. That's one thing about
Yes.
that my book. I'm gonna continuously market until my next one come out. It's,
You have
and I'm
to.
gonna mark it
You have to.
still in, you know.
Yeah. You have to. You have to
Yeah.
because you're the only person that could actually do that for yourself. Nobody else is really gonna do it for you, you know?
Yeah.
So you
And I
gotta
didn't
keep
look for her
pushing.
to tell me how to brand myself, because that's one thing that I've learned to
Oh yeah,
brand
we
to.
know you got that down pat. That's what I love about you. We know you got the brand down pat. You know who you are, you know where you going, and you know how to set it all up. Come on.
Yeah. And that's my next step, is to teach other women how to brand themselves, how to market themselves, how to build their Facebook, how to build their presence, and things like that, in master classes, and how to build their faith. I have a master class coming out. It's called Declare It. It's coming
Hmm.
out soon, because most people don't know that your words are powerful and
Oh
they
yeah.
create your life. And
Hmm.
and you can, and what you think will manifest. And so if you could listen, put all that together, listen, you won't have to worry, because everything, I be amused at the things that I think it happened. Be like oh my God. And as my daughter be like, Mom, you just said that, you know. So and I be like, yeah, I said it. So I have to watch my words. And
Yes, you do. You
yeah,
do.
I have to watch what I think. Yeah. So you can't just say anything. And most people don't understand that. You cannot just say anything. You cannot just think anything. I mean,
Exactly.
it's
You know,
powerful.
some people think that like they're just free at will and they could just think about everything and anything. Yeah, but you know, in the process of thinking about everything and anything, notice that you're constantly creating.
That's
And
right.
what is it that you really want to create? Because it's going to come into existence no matter
That's
what.
right.
So you
You're
better make it
drawing it in.
clear and concise, you know,
You,
because other than that, you're going to be in
you're
trouble.
drawing it in. What you're thinking, you're drawing it in, whether negative or positive. You're you're
Yes.
drawing in into your life. And I'm gonna just tell you that. And so why not draw in blessings? Why not draw in the things that you want? No, I mean, why not consist? And it's training of the mind. And most people have to train their mind that way. It's a
Mhm.
hard battle, because we have so much negative things going on around us with the world, the economy, the government. It's so much things that we let in, but you have to learn how to, like I said, block those things out. I don't let those things get in me, and
Mhm.
consistently focus on the things that I want. What do I want? What is the next? What's the next step to get it? How you need to get it? What you need to continuously tell yourself every day to get to that point. And I
Mhm.
consistently focused, and I'm laser focused in on that. That's it. That's point blank clear. I don't care what it is, who it is. I don't let them come in between what I got to do.
Absolutely. Now, for the Archie conference, will we be seeing each other at the next Archie conference?
They have one, but it's virtual. It's coming up,
It's
but
virtual. Yes.
yeah. But yes, I told her I'm gonna be at all of them. Listen, when this pandemic over, I'm gonna be everywhere with my mask. I'm still wearing my mask though. That's one thing
Me
I'm gonna.
too. You know what? Talking about that, I'm glad you mentioned and you brought that the whole mask thing. For me personally, wearing a mask, having the option to be able to wear a mask is imperative. It's so excellent for me because I want to continue protecting myself, and it's not going to be a bother because we have gone through the whole mask thing because it's dirty out there.
It
It's
is.
polluted out there,
Oh,
and
yeah.
a lot of people don't know basically how to pretty much be in their zone. They sneeze on you, cough on you, and do all that stuff. And I've, just like you, I'm fragile as well,
Yes, I am.
and the fact that I could be able to know that I could just cover myself up to a certain point is excellent for me. And that's exactly what I want to be able to do,
That's
and
that's right.
I'm going to continue doing that for sure. So I'm
And
glad
don't
you
let
mentioned
nobody
it.
change you. Like
No, because you
I'm
got to protect yourself. You have to
and
protect
that's
yourself.
security to me. My mask is
Yes,
security. And so
yes.
when I have that line of security, I know if I'm protecting my soul, if I'm protecting my soul, then
Hmm.
let me just tell you, I feel secure that I know I'm good. I'm fine. I'm gonna be great.
Yes.
I'm gonna be all right. And so I'm not and I mean just people don't they take things as a joke until something happened to them, but we live this life every day. It's
Yeah, we got
not
to
a
be
joke.
preventive.
Yeah, it's not a joke, and I mean, get back to normal, but it's no normal from here. It's no
Hmm.
normal. This thing
Hmm.
is real. I had a
It is.
friend that on Facebook just passed away from having COVID. This is no normal.
Yeah.
I had a friend I seen that took the vaccine and passed away. So it's no normal for it. It's you definitely have to really, really protect
Protect
yourself and
yourself.
really, really take it serious. Really
Right,
take
right,
it serious.
right.
So
As far
I wear
as
a mask though.
Yeah, and as far as like how many people I've lost, and I just stopped tallying it,
Hmm.
because it has gone beyond what I could actually even like keep up. And like you have to protect yourself in many ways. You have to remove the whole stress points and everything. And in order to do that, you have to let go. You have to know to let go, no matter how
Yeah,
hard it is. You just have to. So
yeah,
that's the way I'm moving with it, and I'm doing my show, keeping myself busy and doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing according
yeah.
to divine purpose and divine order. And that's
That's
it.
right. And I think the pandemic was the most amazing thing. I can't say it was the most amazing because we lost a lot of people, but it was definitely a wake up for most of us, and when it
Hmm.
comes to certain things. And I tell you, you know, I'm just the way that they handled it, and then the vaccine, and then the masses, and now they're trying to lift the mandate. But I tell my people, listen, you better listen to that voice that says continue to protect yourself. Listen to that voice to continue to tell you to take these steps to go to these places.
Yeah.
Don't just run out there because this world is open. We have choices. We make choices, and some choices can be either death, or you could be healthy. So you have to make the right choice for your situation. Don't let anything else dictate your moves. And that's
Absolutely. And this is where intuition comes in, and you got to listen to that little voice, basically, that you probably ignore at times. You
yep.
listen to, you know,
Yeah,
you
you
just
definitely
got to
do.
do it.
And I just want us to be safe. I want us to live and be prosperous and healthy and do all the things that we were called to do, write all the books, speak on all the
Hmm.
platforms and things like that. And like I said, I'm going to go, but I'm going to practice in moderation on where I go and what I do and how I do it. And
Yes.
and I'm not going to be as, carefree as I was before,
Hmm.
and so, wearing my mask at all times, regardless of if they say COVID is gone. I'm still going to continue to, live that way because like I said, we definitely have to make the right decisions for our own good. So yeah, it's, but I'm excited for it to open up. Like,
Exactly too. Oh my goodness,
I'm excited.
girl.
I'm excited for the Archie Awards. I'm excited for the luncheons. I'm at all the luncheons. I'm excited for just being able to, I like to host events myself. And so
Mhm.
I want to
That's
be
one
able
thing
to.
I miss in terms of hosting events. I haven't been able to, and I've hosted a few events before. And, last year, this year, you're not really able to do that unless you want to do them virtually and stuff like that. And I was just more into like, let me just explore, get on many different platforms and start building myself. And that's really what I've been doing. And you know what? It's been the best decision for me. It worked out very, very well. And I got such a good sense of peace just
Yes,
doing that. And
yes.
now when I look back, I'm like, wow, like I did all that. Like it's already a year. You know what I'm saying? I did all that. Like,
Didn't it go
it
by fast? It went by
girl,
so fast.
it went by so quick. I can't believe it. It's already like a year.
Yeah, yeah.
I cannot believe it.
And
But I'm glad that I was not stagnant. I'm
yeah,
glad I took every day, I utilized it very wisely. And I could look back now and see what I've accomplished in a
yeah,
pandemic. What did I do? Like I just was not twiddling my thumbs.
yeah.
I built myself,
That's right.
and it was worth it. It was worth it. I stayed busy in the midst of everything that was going on because of course there was turmoil.
Yeah.
But I built myself, and I'm very thankful for it today because I'm definitely in a different spot now than I was a year
A
ago.
year ago. That's right. That's the same thing I feel. So I feel the same way. I'm totally in a different mindset. I'm totally in a different space. I'm totally having more confidence and more, secure because throughout the pandemic, I really was blessed, and I actually had one of my best years last year in everything that I did. And so
Yes,
it seems like I might have not thought I was doing things, like I was like, I'm not doing enough. Not, because sometimes we feel we're not doing enough, but when we look back over our accomplishments, we did exactly what we were supposed to do. And that's the great thing, is using that time wisely and reflecting on, like, of the things that we did come through, we did make it through, we did do, and the accomplishments. You have to clap for yourself, you have to pat yourself
yes.
on your back, you have to
Hmm.
congratulate yourself. You have to celebrate every moment. I celebrate everything. So
Yes, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
I I got braces. I'm 30. I just turned 38. I celebrated 38. I celebrate getting braces. I celebrate everything, like
I,
every single thing. And so it's because I have to celebrate myself. Nobody's gonna celebrate me if I don't celebrate me, if I don't care about me, if I don't love me. And so, you have to do those things for you. Every little step it's a step forward. I don't care how
hmm
small it is, it's still moving you forward. And so it's just so many things that you just have to look at life and just think, like, oh, I did it, I did
Yep.
it, I did it, I accomplished it. Okay, now what's next? What's next?
hmm
I know
And you
during
know
the
what?
pandemic.
Yeah,
Go
when
ahead.
you tackle it that way, when you look at it that way and you tackle it, it actually doesn't feel so overwhelming either,
I
because
know.
it's just one step after the other, after the other, after the other, and you just like, what's next, what's next? And you just keep going. And it works. But
It
talking
works.
about your braces, I'm glad you mentioned them because I did want to ask you a question about them. Oh my goodness. I had braces when I was like 12 years old. I had them for 4 years. And let me tell you, it was, how do you do it with the tightening?
Oh, listen, this is a challenging older. I got them for my daughter when she was younger, and she had hers when she was like 11, 9, 11. And well, listen, this is a whole with me having being diagnosed with lupus. I'm a little bit sensitive, more
Yes,
sensitive than others. And
yes.
so this has been one of the most challenging things in the world, but it was necessary because one of the things I wanted to do was I was in a modeling agency when I was young, and the reason why I didn't get an actual position, like a real high, paying job, was because my teeth was not straight. My teeth was crooked when I smiled a little bit. It wasn't like most had perfect teeth, but that has stuck in the back of my head for years. And
Okay.
so now that I'm able, my daughter's, I got her, she's perfect. It's my turn to perfect the things that I feel like I can go to the it may next level things. Because majority of people don't understand. People look at your smile. That's the first thing people look at, your smile. They do.
Yes,
They judge you off your
you
smile
do.
because I didn't get a high-paying modeling job because of my teeth.
Mm,
And so you got to understand the way that I feel about that. Like I could have, it could have took me down a different path
yes.
but it was just that now that I'm able to, get those things that may look, this the next step, this the next step, this the next step,
Right,
but it's
right.
been a challenging and dealing with it and eating and not eating and the pain and the shifting and nobody told me about that part. They didn't
Yeah,
say,
because the tightening part, girl,
they
is
only
ooh,
told me, all I see was
yeah.
the pretty part. I didn't see no other part. I didn't see.
That when you gotta go like every couple of months
Yeah,
for the tightening,
yeah.
woo, child,
And then the
that
wires
is
and the wires. I'm already have
you
chunky
feel it like
jaws.
really tearing
Yes,
and coming together. Oh my goodness! And how how do you eat? Like there are some days where you just cannot
I can't.
eat. Like
I
you just
can't
have to
eat
sip
like
on stuff like soup or whatever until it loosens up a little bit, and then
yeah.
you're like, okay, oh my
I'm
God,
smoothie. I'm
yes,
smoothies. I'm
yes.
smoothies and shakes. Majority of the time when I can't eat, but I try to eat soft things like pasta and things that'll dissolve in my mouth before
Mhm.
they go down, because if I don't, then I can't chew. Like I can't chew at
Hmm.
all. These
It's painful. It could be
it
painful.
is, but it's worth it because the
It is
meaning
though.
behind it has for me is like it was devastating to get denied that job for
Hmm.
that high paying modeling gig, and I quit doing it. I quit modeling. I didn't even want to model anymore. I said, and
Wow.
yeah, I quit. I just quit,
Wow.
and nobody knows that because I quit. Just I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
because that
You're like,
hurt.
what?
Like,
They don't want me because of my teeth? Forget that. I'm out of
and
here.
it wasn't. It's like it wasn't even bad. It was just a little
A little,
crowded.
yeah, a little
Yeah, a
shift.
little
Yeah.
crowding. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
now that the races have been on, they're shifting it, and it's I can see the difference. Like I could totally in a month's time feel the difference that it has made. And I tell anybody that that wants to, it's improvement for me. It's not because of what they said. It was just because of something for me. This
Yeah,
is
your
for
own
me.
conscience.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this is for me. This is just for
Mm-hmm.
me. I'm doing all this for me. It's
Yeah, it's
nobody else
cosmetics at the
interest.
end of the day. It is cosmetics, you know?
Yeah.
And it's part of self-care, self-love. Why
Yes.
not? Invest in
Why?
yourself.
Exactly. And your teeth can lead to heart disease, and that's another thing people don't realize, that your mouth is an open wound. It's like opening to your body. And so if you don't take care
Mm-hmm.
of your mouth, you don't go in there and get your make sure your cavities, your teeth are clean, you don't have gingivitis, that could cause heart disease. That's the number one killer of our Black people today, is heart disease. And that
Mm-hmm.
comes sometimes from your mouth. Trust me, the
It does.
disease is in your mouth. And so I'm very keen on what can either hurt me, or I can prevent. Why not prevent something if I can prevent it, by
Mm-hmm.
me having the, good hygiene, with my mouth,
Right.
and so, yeah, I'm big on that. I'm big on when you tell me, my doctor tell me, you need to, stop eating candy. I can't eat candy no more with these races on. So
You can't. Mess up the
I
whole process. You can't.
I can't. Hey, you ain't gonna eat no more candy. You ain't gonna have no cavities. You ain't worry about that.
You're gonna be good. Talking about that, how
Okay.
long are you gonna have them on for?
4 years.
See? That's what I said. It's 4 years. I had them on for 4 years too, but I was a little girl back then.
Listen, I said 4 years. No, 2 years. I'm sorry, 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, so my 40th birthday, I'll get them took off. And so,
Okay. That's not too
yeah.
bad.
Yeah, I told
That's
him.
not
I
too
said
bad.
it was, but it's so worth it. The best investment that I ever made in my life, for me, just for me.
Mhm.
I mean, I've done so many things, but to perfect something that it's something people don't. It's just perfection. I just want to continuously make me better. Do you
Yeah.
know? Yeah, because you have a beautiful smile. So just having that
Yes.
beautiful smile, it opens a lot of doors as well. I'm gonna just tell
Yes.
people that
Yes, girl. It does. It is what it
I'm
is.
gonna have to bust your bubble right now. Having a pretty
Yes.
smile opens a lot of doors for you, boo
Yes, it
boo.
does.
So
It does.
therefore, if you
Let it
feel
be
like
known. Take care of yourself. Yes.
that's right, trust me, you might not think it do, but
It's a
it
big deal because let me tell you, the reason why I got braces is because my two front teeth were like bucked to the front and they
okay.
were separated. So I had the biggest gap ever. I remember my communion picture. My mother was just like, look at the picture. She was just like, oh no. She was like, you're not going to stay like this. I'm going to do whatever I need to do. And I'm going to get the money so I can fix your teeth. So by the time I was like 12, 13 years old, then we started the process. And she was like, it's not going to continue on like that. Because what happened as you grow, when you have like a big gap,
It
it starts to
continues.
spread more and more. And people don't realize that as you're eating and,
Yeah,
you're living life and everything else. So she goes, by the time you get older, I don't know what that's going to look like because it's bad already.
yeah. And it
And
could cause a lot of insecurity. Your
it
smile,
does.
it
It
cause
could.
a lot of devaluing yourself. It could cause a lot of settling. It could cause a lot of things mentally with you if those things are, my daughter the same way. She had spaces, she sucked her thumb and things like that. And I was like, my friends growing up, they had braces and things like that in school, high school and middle school, and when they got to college, their teeth is perfect, and I'm like, nah, baby girl, I'm not gonna let you got enough going on to hold you back. I'm not gonna let your smile hold you back, because that will shut you down. And most people don't understand that with it was sometimes having those different type of my daughter had sucked her thumb, my cousin had she sucked her fingers, and so
Mhm.
just having those type of things could cause a lot of self-esteem issues, could cause a lot of settling. It could cause you to be getting things that you would normally get in because of the way you value yourself. And so
Mhm.
and so I felt like not now, not me, but I'm just doing this but for any just definitely you want to take care of you, fix
We have
whatever.
to.
I tell people, fix what you want, do
Yeah.
what you want, makes you happy. It's what makes you
Yes.
happy. If you want
Yeah.
to go fix your teeth, you want to go get you a new nose or Botox, and I mean, that's up to you. What makes you happy? If people talk about it, so what? They asked me. That was like, you old and you got, the girl told me when she was putting my bracelet on, she said, we usually don't have older women come in here excited about braces. I said, hold up. Like,
You probably was like, oh, I'll get used to it.
yeah, I'm gonna be in here every
I'm gonna be
month.
the
Look,
first one. So
I told her, I said, I want every month tightening. She said, but definitely have to take care of yourself and fix what you want and do what makes you happy, regardless
Yeah.
of what somebody say about it. Do what makes you happy. What floats your own boat. What excites you. Don't let
Mhm.
nobody dictate your happiness or your journey or what you're trying to do with yourself. If you're trying to make yourself better, baby. Do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Take tutorials to do your makeup. Take tutorials to do your eyelashes, your hair. Put on lipstick. Do whatever makes you happy. Work out if you want to. Go and get your little stomach tuck or be safe about it. But whatever it makes you happy, do it. I
Mhm.
don't say oh, she thinks she did, she thinks she that, because she no, let her be happy. We're women, we go through enough insecurities every day. We go through enough trauma and within our own self. We're fighting enough battles within us that we need to continuously listen. Make yourself happy. If you this is an inside job. It's an inside
It
job. Can't
is.
nobody make you happier than you.
It is. It really
It's an inside
is.
thing.
I
It
mean,
is. And it shows.
mhm.
It shows on
Yeah.
everything that you do if you're happy with you. It shows on if you're able to compliment another woman, you clap for another woman, or you able to walk with confidence, or the way you dress, or the way you perform, your success. It all shows within what you think about you, and it comes
Mhm.
out into this atmosphere, and you're putting off this energy, and so.
Yes.
And so that is big for me. It's big for me, sis. That is huge to
Awesome.
take care
Awesome.
of everything. Not only my health, not only my teeth, not only my hair, not only my family, not only my walk, not my brand. That spirit of excellence. That's why that I have the elite business women. That's why I have, that spirit of being excellent all the way around. That balance.
Awesome. 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 Thank you so much for sharing everything that you have shared today. It's such an honor again to have you on. I definitely would love for you to come back in the future to give us an update as to how you are doing because we know, Miss, you are busy, okay, and with
Yeah.
a whole lot of different projects. So we definitely would love for you to come back. I want to take the time to thank everyone who came through, everyone who stopped by, everyone who participated to support Miss Shanail Monick on her interview on The Martine Show. As you all know, Tuesdays and Thursdays, The Martine Show is on Instagram Live since August 2020, and we still going strong. So I just want to invite more and more of you guys to come through. And thank you so much again for being with us. So we're done, and we'll see you next time. Take
No,
care.
no problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care. Have a good
All right.
one.
You too as well. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.